Welcome to Prime Luxury. Professional NBA players have always had one of the most lucrative deals in sports entertainment. Moreover, unlike the NFL, MLB, or NHL, the minimum salary for an NBA player is almost twice that of any other league in the world. Nonetheless, from what we've seen over the years, most of the richest NBA players do not rely entirely on salary as their main source of income. These are the top 10 richest NBA players of all time. 10. Dwayne Wade, $170 million. One of the best shooting guards in the NBA, Dwayne Wade's ability to read the play and shoot the ball made him one of the highest paid NBA players of all time. A three-time NBA champion, Dwayne Wade became a Miami Heat legend by winning the 2006 NBA Finals MVP. Unlike most players on this list, Dwayne Wade's net worth mainly comes from his NBA salary. By the end of his illustrious 16-year career, Dwayne Wade had made an estimated $196 million. In his first season with the Miami Heat as a rookie, Dwayne Wade earned an estimated $2.6 million. After only being with the Miami Heat for 3 years, Wade led the team to its first ever NBA championship. However, despite having a rather impressive season, Dwayne Wade only made $3 million. In 2006, Dwayne Wade signed a new contract with the Miami Heat that was worth $43 million. 9. Kevin Durant, $170 million. Arguably one of the best scorers of all time, Kevin Durant has always been a force to be reckoned with in the NBA. Despite his extremely tall body frame, Kevin Durant's ability to handle the ball, shoot, and execute lockdown defense made him one of the most sought-after players in the NBA. As of last season, Kevin Durant was one of the highest paid players in the NBA, earning an impressive $43 million per year. Apart from his NBA salary, Kevin Durant also makes a sizable amount from brand deals and endorsements with various well-established brands. In 2019, Kevin Durant penned a lucrative 4-year deal with the Brooklyn Nets that was worth $164 million. Like LeBron James, Kevin Durant's annual income from deals and endorsements goes beyond the $40 million mark. Currently, KD has brand deals with various companies such as Gatorade, Sprite, Nike, NBA 2K, and many others. Through his investment company, 35 LLC, the Brooklyn Nets player has made major investments in more than 40-odd ventures, worth more than $15 million. Some of these ventures include Rubrik, Postmates, Whoop, and Robinhood. 8. Hakeem Olajuwon, $200 million. Widely remembered for his never-die mentality on the basketball court, Hakeem Olajuwon, successful both as a basketball player and entrepreneur, did not come by luck. Throughout his NBA career, Hakeem Olajuwon was able to generate an impressive $107 million from his NBA salary alone. As one of the biggest names in the NBA during his time, Hakeem Olajuwon was the recipient of various deals and endorsements with companies such as Spalding LA Gear. The multi-million-dollar deal with Spalding led to the creation of his low-budget signature line shoes that were priced at $34. After retiring from the NBA, Hakeem Olajuwon, a Nigerian native, decided to start his own clothing line. His love for fashion would see him own a colossal mansion in Clear Lake and then turn it into a boutique where he only deals with the finest brands. During his free time, Olajuwon designs his own clothes. In addition to the clothing line, Hakeem Olajuwon continues to invest heavily in real estate, which would explain his $200 million net worth. In 1998, Hakeem Olajuwon managed to outbid more than 10 investors to receive a 10-year lease deal on the World Trade Center for $400,000 per year. 7. David Robinson, $200 million. Considered to be one of the most successful centers in the NBA, David Robinson was one of the focal pieces for the San Antonio Spurs during his playing days. In his illustrious NBA career, David the Admiral Robinson made 10 NBA All-Star appearances, won the 1995 NBA MVP, and became a 2-time NBA champion. Unlike most players in the NBA, David Robinson spent his entire NBA career with one team, the San Antonio Spurs. Being one of the most sought-after players, David Robinson became one of the highest-paid players in the NBA. By the end of his NBA career in 2010, David Robinson had earned more than $114 million. After retiring from the NBA, David Robinson founded Admiral Capital, a venture firm that focuses mainly on real estate deals and private equity. As of 2019, the firm had already invested in more than 50 deals that were worth $300 million. 6. Grant Hill, $400 million. Unlike Shaq O'Neal or Michael Jordan, Grant Hill did not achieve a similar level of success, nor was he as famous as most players on this list. Although the player still remains today her full name in the NBA, Grant Hill still fell short of attaining NBA glory. Despite being an above-average NBA player, Grant Hill still received numerous deals and endorsements from multi-billion-dollar corporations such as Sprite, McDonald's, and Tag Heuer. After hanging his basketball boots up in 2011, Grant Hill decided to start his own investment company, Shield Investment. Through venture companies, Grant Hill was able to buy shares tax and invest in other corporations, which saw his net worth quadruple. Despite being able to amass a massive amount of money, Grant Hill still remains an active member of his community, and from time to time is involved in several charitable activities. 5. Vinnie Johnson, $400 million. Just like Grant Hill, Vinnie Johnson was not only less famous but also earned an average NBA salary for most of his NBA career. If you were a basketball fan back in the 90s, then you will remember Vinnie Johnson for his contribution as the 6th Man of the Year and his contribution to the Detroit Pistons championship winning year. In his entire NBA career that lasted for 14 years, Vinnie Johnson managed to make only $5 million. Throughout his illustrious NBA career, Johnson averaged 12 points and 3 assists per game. After calling it quits in 1995, Vinnie Johnson decided to start his own automotive company, the Piston Group. It is with the Piston Group that Vinnie Johnson ultimately began to make a real fortune as his company took off from the get-go. 4. Shaquille O'Neal, $400 million. With a net worth of $400 million, Shaquille O'Neal is the 5th richest NBA player of all time. Apart from his total earnings from the NBA as a player, Shaquille O'Neal also generates additional revenue from his career as a sports anchor for ESPN, with estimates putting it at $60 million. As a professional basketball player, Shaquille O'Neal made a whopping $293 million. Just like most, at least on this list, Shaq O'Neal has also proved to be a marketing and financial genius. A serial investor and entrepreneur, O'Neal has multiple shares in a number of companies, and in other instances, he serves as the joint owner. Apart from owning more than 150 car washes in the United States, Shaquille O'Neal also owns more than 40 Auntie Anne's Pretzels restaurants and another 40 fitness franchises spread across the United States. One of the best centers of all time, Shaquille O'Neal was one of the most dominant players during his playing days. Throughout his impressive 19-year NBA career, Shaquille O'Neal played for 6 different teams, with his memorable stints being with the LA Lakers and the Miami Heat. 3. LeBron James, $500 million. One of the greatest NBA players of all time, LeBron James made history by becoming the highest-earning player in the NBA in his 7th straight season. The majority of LeBron James's annual earnings does not come from the basketball court, but rather from his plethora of deals, endorsements, and investments. Apart from his massive NBA salary, LeBron James also makes a sizable amount of income from his investments through his company, Fenway Corporation. Fenway Sports Group owns shares and stakes in a number of teams and clubs throughout the world, including EPL giant Liverpool, Red Sox, and Rush Fenway. One of the most marketable NBA players, LeBron James currently has deals and endorsements with various renowned brands such as Blaze Pizza, Nike, Pepsi, and GMC. 2. Magic Johnson, $600 million. A 5-time NBA champion, Magic Johnson is undeniably one of basketball's all-time greats. While his popularity and wealth is nowhere close to that of Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson still remains a top figure and brand in basketball. A minority stakeholder of the LA Lakers, Magic Johnson is one of the few retired NBA players who chose to invest heavily in sports. Apart from being a shareholder of the LA Lakers, Magic Johnson is also a shareholder of 2 other franchises, the LA Sparks and LA Dodgers. With a net worth of $600 million, Magic Johnson is the 2nd richest NBA player in the world. In 2010, Magic Johnson generated a whopping $100 million from an illustrious deal that saw him sell more than 105 Starbucks outlets. Apart from sports, Magic Johnson has also invested heavily in healthcare insurance. 1. Michael Jordan, $2.1 billion. With a net worth of $2.1 billion, Michael Jordan is the richest NBA player of all time. Unlike most NBA players on this list, Michael Jordan made his wealth after retiring from the NBA, all thanks to his multi-billion-dollar shoe deal with Nike. The Air Jordan brand ultimately became a cultural icon and one of the most sought-after sneaker brands in the world. Currently, Michael Jordan is ranked at number 1001 on Forbes' richest list of billionaires. During his illustrious NBA career with the Miami Heat, Michael Jordan managed to win 6 championship rings and 5 regular season MVP awards. In 2014, Michael Jordan ultimately joined the Billionaires Club after increasing his total stake in the Charlotte Hornets, which saw him become a majority shareholder. As of 2021, there was no NBA player who is close to making what Michael Jordan makes from his sneaker brand. From his ownership and brand deals, Michael Jordan also has existing deals with other brands such as Gatorade, Upper Deck, and Hanes. Do let us know in the comments which one of them is your favorite player. Thanks for watching.